Hey, it's John and Mike, brew-shoots.com. We're outside and because we're brewing and it's a nice summer day and you know, we're doing that thing. So we're outside brewing. This is my annual Lambic Style sour beer brew. I tend to do this in June, but you know, life gets complicated. And it's hard to get that going every June weekend before 4th of July, which is what I was doing for a very long time. But here we are in August. It's fine. It's fine. It's gonna be just fine. We'll have to wait until next August when this batch is done to do a blending of 3 different batches. So
I think we're talking about a 9 to 12 month fermentation process.
Yes.
Missing it by a month or two is okay.
It's okay. It's okay. At least that's what I'm telling myself.
That's all right.
And hopefully you believe me. So today we did an extract brew of a Lambic Style sour beer, and I do it extract because you know what? It's all about what the bugs do to the wort. And I just don't, you know, I don't spend too much time with the grain bill, okay? I'm not going to go through all the rigmarole of getting these special malts for whatever. You know what? I'll get some wheat malt extract and I'll get some Pilsner malt extract and put it all together in a pot, and it's like, oh, it's super easy. It's just like the good old days.
When we were adding it in and just sort of stirring it, being like, oh, we should just do this more often. I think this is easy. This is easy. Another thing that you added too was some maltodextrin,
yes,
right?
a little bit of maltodextrin based on Jamil's book, so that when the bugs go through all the I'm guessing all the malt sugars, that there's still some dextrin for the bugs to eat up, like in the long haul. So like once like the initial wave is done, there's still some things for it to break down and continue to ferment out, like once we get through the, you know, the doldrums of winter and such. So yeah, so that's what we got going on.
What kind of hops you put in this?
Well, we didn't get the shot of the entire thing, but like only like a little bit of Saz hops, some old Saz hops I threw in the back of my fridge, open package, and I put in just a half ounce at the beginning of the boil, and then we did something funny for the camera where I had 2 pellets and just threw it in, but you know, you'll see that.
Yeah. Cool.
Anyway, so that's like stage 1 of this brew day. Stage 2 is to rack the brew that's been in its fermentation chamber for
primary fermentation.
Yes, for over a year now.
Yep.
Actually, last time it was July, so it's kind of been staggered out. But yeah, so 12 plus months. We're gonna transfer that in, and then the brew we have going on right now is chilling. Once that's down to room temperature, we'll transfer that onto the dregs of what I've got going on in the bucket. So for that, let's go to the transfer room. Ew. Do you think it's infected? Kidding. All right, well, we'll transfer this.
How long has this been in there?
It's 13 months.
Nice.
Beautiful. So that's it. I don't know. We transferred all the beer. We did the 1 year into its new home in a clean, sanitized carboy, and then we chilled our wort down, and then we transferred. It was like me just pouring a whole pot of wort right into the dregs of the other sour beer.
Yep.
And that's it. And the cicadas, they are cheering for the successful sour beer.
Sour beer too.
Big fans, huge fans. They don't subscribe to the channel, but they're still a huge fan of us, you know, brewing beer on camera and throwing it up on the internet.
How many sours you have in process?
Right now I have 2. So there's one that's now 2 years old, and now another one that's
in a fermenter, in a secondary fermenter.
In a carboy. Okay. And then one that's now, you know, like I said, 13 months.
1 year old. Okay, yeah.
And then we've got this one that's just starting its journey.
So is the plan again then this time next year to do a 3-year blending combination again?
Yeah, we might not do it on camera because we've already done that. It's been done.
Whatever, yeah.
It's been done, but like, I'd love to just do it and then, you know, talk about the outcome of that blending and drink it and see if that's how that's, and then heck, I still have bottles of the one that's now.
Oh yeah.
It will be
4 or 5 years old.
Yes.
Now, right?
Well, the blend is 3 years. It'll be 3 years old next year.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then we can talk about that, and and see how that's aged and compare and contrast and all that. So that's all I got.
That's all the questions I have.
And we'll just have to be patient, because that's the thing about sour beers. Unless you're doing a kettle sour, which we're in the process of doing too, it's going to be one of these things where you just have to sit around and wait for it. And then once it's done, and then you can reap your patience. Your patience will be rewarded, as has been said. So for John and Mike, brew-shoots.com, brew on.
Cheers.